I just wanted to say thank you. First of all, thank you to everybody who's been liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel. You guys' support means everything. It helps us grow. It's been helping us rise. It's been helping us develop here in the Gambia. We've been doing a lot of different projects. And today I just wanted to talk about, a lot of stuff that's been going on in the world, not just here in the Gambia, but in Africa in general. We're from America, so America specifically, the UK, Germany, China, all over. So, like the video says, is it the time to come home? Is it the time to come back to Africa? And as diasporans, we understand that where we are is very climactic. Like right now, there's a lot of stuff going on with refugees going the back way to different places. A lot of stuff going on in America with the DEI stuff, and they're them sending back a lot of people to Mexico. They have a list for African countries. It's getting really crazy right now. And that's not even talking about the whole bird flu with the egg prices going up, gas prices going up, everything's going up. We left 2 years ago. 2 years ago we made our first trip here, and our we a year ago in October was our homecoming all the way, and we hear stories now about gas prices and food prices and things like that is going on. The weather, blizzards. I mean, right now in America is freezing in most places. And the motherland is sunny all year long. So, like the video says, is it time to come home? Because every year you hear stuff about reparations. You hear stuff about, oh, we're this state, we're going to give you this money back. We're going to give you this money back. Stay. But the money never comes. Our people never gets the money. They stay another 5 years. They stay another 10 years. They get old or they don't have the money, and now everything is over. So, there's a lot of stuff that's going on where I think it's time for our people to really look and reflect and say, okay, let me make the decision to actually move or invest or save or do something. Because one day, me and my wife, one day we were watching the Bag Family's video. Shout out to the Bag Family. Shout out to all of the people in the Gambia supporting and promoting the Gambia. Batuke Ice, there's a lot of different great supporters that we have here. But one day they said, in America, and I'm pretty sure this is the same in UK, Germany, China, you can be good, you can be up, and then you can be down. You can be up, and then you can be down. So you don't know when you're going to have that money to actually save or actually invest and get your passport or whatever to actually come to Africa. So you got to actually do that yourself. Like when you have that money, when you have that time, you have to do it. You can't wait, because if you wait any time, something can happen. The government might change this law. You might lose your job. You might come into a hard time, just in life in general, in a relationship. And there's a lot of things that distract us from making these trips home. So, when you think about stuff like that, the time is now. In my opinion, the time is now for us to move here, come home, invest, at least take a trip, visit, because most of us haven't left our state. Most of us haven't left our city. Most of us haven't, really ventured out and seen what the rest of the world has looked like. And we get these bad representations of Africa and these other places that make us think that it's such a horrible place. In the Gambia, I'm sitting here right now outside, internet, everything connected, nice home. There's nothing that you can't have here that you don't have in the West. The differences are your security, your safety, the amount of capital you have, and your opportunities. So, when you really think about that stuff, it's like, okay, look at all the people that are being laid out, laid off in the government. 10,000 here, 1,000 here, 500 here, 400 here. There's so many of us that's being laid off from our jobs, that we've been working for this company for 10 years, 20 years, and don't get anything from the job. So what are we going to be replaced with? And you see what they're doing right now. They're building all these machines. They're doing all these different programs where they're trying to see what will work in their factories and what won't work in their factories. So we got to really start thinking about the next 2 to 5 years. You know, what's really going to play out in these places that we're living, because we don't think like that enough. We don't think about 5 years ahead. We're worried about paycheck to paycheck, and I get it, because Before we moved here, that's all me and my wife were focused on. We have two children, and paycheck to paycheck lifestyle is all we knew. I worked overnight and she worked during the day, so we hardly even saw each other coming home and passing within like an hour of being with each other. So we have to break out of that cycle and start to think, okay, right now I'm living paycheck to paycheck, but what will this be like in 2 years? What will this be like in 3 years, in 5 years, if I don't do something drastic, if I don't invest in myself? The like they say, the biggest investment you can make in your life is your wife, and the next biggest investment you can make in your life is within yourself. Invest in yourself. Whatever you, again, it has to be something that makes sense. You can't invest in something that you love to do, but it doesn't make sense to make you money. You have to invest in something that makes sense and you love to do it. That way you have longevity in it. And I say this because in America, it's very hard to start a business. It's very hard to, do have the capital to sustain that business. And here in Gambia, right now, currently the exchange rate is 71 dalasi to $1 American. So if you take that in consideration, right? So let's just think about that. If you have $1,000 in America right now, you have $71,000 in the Gambia. So that translation allows you to do so much more here and get so much done here. And it's like that in a lot of different African countries. It's not just here in the Gambia. So I want people to really think about that, because when you think about, is it time to come home? When you think about how America is going right now, how Europe is going right now, these countries are going at the moment, if the dollar or if the pound or euro is going up at the moment. And we had a great conversation with a great friend of ours. I'm not going to say his name right now because he works in the government in America, but he told us, the currency is going to go up. It's going to go up at first. You're going to see it go up a little bit, and then it's going to go down. And when it goes down, that's when people are going to have a lot of problems in their business, their bank accounts, their savings accounts, everything like that. This is information from somebody up on Capitol Hill that's been there frequently, goes there regularly. So I'm not gonna let anybody's names out, but I'm just telling you guys.